Hi YouTube, it's Natalie, and today I wanted to do kind of like a second part to my eyeshadow palette collection video and do a single eyeshadows slash like curated palettes I have made out of single eyeshadows collection video. So I keep my single eyeshadows either just like out and about or in magnetic palettes, and also in these like acrylic drawers that I got from the Container Store. This top drawer has all my ColourPop, Super Shock, and Jelly Much eyeshadows. I have a love-hate relationship with ColourPop because they're constantly discontinuing eyeshadows and then also bringing new ones back that look sometimes almost exactly the same as old ones. So you probably might not be able to find all of these on their website now, but there's definitely dupes to most of them within their current collection, so I don't know. These were some of the first ones I ever got, and so they're a little bit dried out, but if you like really work your finger into a Super Shock shadow, you can make it work even if it's old. This one is Sunbeam from their My Little Pony collection. This is Flipper, an orange color. Birthday Cake, which is a rose gold. I think they still do make these, but I'm pretty sure this was the first year they did them with like the special birthday packaging. And then this one is Sailor, which is kind of like an iridescent thing, iridescent beige. This next one is Forced Behavior, which was from their little like bug collection that I loved, and it has like butterflies on it. And then this one is Tassel, which is just a white shimmer. This one is their birthday one from a couple of years ago, Birthday Wish. And then Set to Stun, which is one they still have and is one of my favorites. It's like one of my favorite pink eyeshadows ever. And then this one is EXO, which was also from their bug collection with the little butterflies on it. These two are a couple more of my favorites. This one, Frog, is it might be my all-time favorite Super Shock shadow. It has this like really cool purpley blue beige color. And then this one, Revolution, was for the holidays a while ago, but they didn't do like special packaging for them. But this one's really pretty and sparkly as well. This one was from their butterfly collection, like the most recent collection I've purchased from them. And I mainly got it because they did these like sparkly metallic packaging, which I think they should do all the time. I don't know, it's so cute. But this one's like a rusty brown with like a red undertone. These three were from a holiday collection a couple of years ago where they did this like different colored packaging that also has like a different colored like inner rim. See how this one's pink? That is Falling Up. This one is another one of my favorites. This is IRL, which is like green duochrome, like a lime green. I love that. And then this one is Roy G. Biv, which is another one of those fun like pink shades, but this one is more like a gold shade. You can see how much I've gotten out of this one. That's probably one of my most used ones. And then I have three of the Jelly Much shadows, which are all kind of dried out, but they still work, just not as opaque as they do when they're fresh. And because they dry out so fast in kind of like a weird way, I don't really know if I'd recommend this formula, but it's definitely more sparkly than the Super Shock shadow formula. This one is in the shade Big Ego, which is this really cool like lavender with a green shift. This one is a more recent one. This is Strawberry Jam with like the strawberries on it from their strawberry collection, but it's kind of like an orangey color with a red shift. And then this one was from that holiday collection that those colorful Super Shock shadows were from, and this is Sweet Dreams, which is one of the most intense pink eyeshadows. It has like it's just so intense. It's so, oh, this one reminds me of one of my old favorite Stila liquid shadows. All my Stila shadows dried out. I think I still have them though. But it was like a total dupe for one that I had. So those are all my ColourPop. potted shadows. In the second drawer below the ColourPop ones, I keep some of my more high-end shadows and also kind of like smaller collections of shadows. I consider this as a single eyeshadow only because the size of one, but this is the Kaja, what are these called? I don't know, they're like the bento box something, but they're from Mimi Box, which is interesting because Mimi Box is a really popular Korean road shop brand, but they came out with this like sister brand Kaja for releases at Sephora, and this is actually really good. This one's in the shade O2 Orange Blossom, but they come in a bunch of shades now, and they even have ones with matte colors, I'm pretty sure. But it's just a collection of single shadows, and I like how they're like all connected like this, and the top one has a mirror. So there's this kind of like lighter orange, and then this like gold orange, and then this like brown color, and this is one of my favorite brown eyeshadows, which is so weird, but these have a really nice finish and they make a great sound. This is a Dior single shadow. These are discontinued, which is very sad. This one's in the shade Mirror, and it's just kind of like a light gold champagne, but oh, these were so good. Dior. I'm pretty sure both of these are also discontinued. Oh my god, this is just a video of discontinued things because like all those ColourPop things are discontinued too. But this is the Bite multi-stick. This one's in the shade Nectar, which is this really interesting purple color. These are like cream eyeshadows. And then I love this one, Oyster Pearl. They need to bring these back somehow. Look at that. I really, really like these. On to things that are more new. This is the Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadow in Moonstone. This is another one of those like sparkly beige shades, which are like my favorite thing. But yeah, I really, really like this one. This one's super glittery. This is a Victoria Beckham, what are these called? Lid Luster. This one's in the shade Mink, and they're kind of like loose in the pot a little bit. And so they have this like stamper. I really, really love the component of this more than other similar potted things because it's so thin that even if you have fingernails, you can like really get your finger in there. It's like really low, so I appreciate that as a fingernail person. These are my Chantecaille luminescent eye shades. These are all from the African collection, the one with the animals. These are that kind of like shimmery eyeshadow. This one's Elephant. This one's a little bit like of a brown taupe. This one's Rhinoceros, which is my favorite of the ones I have, and it's kind of like a khaki taupe. It looks in the pan really similar to Elephant, but on the eye it is different. This one has like a green shift that I don't know if it really shows on camera, but it has like green glitter in it. This one's really cool. This one's pangolin, and pangolins are some of my favorite animals, and this one has this like gray purple shift. These really like come alive in person and on the eye, but it has this like gray taupe base and then this like purple lilac shift. Ugh, it's so good. These are my Rowan eyeshadows, and this one I got after I made that eyeshadow palette video, so it should have gone in there, but this is the 1111 quad, and I use these like single shadows basically. I typically don't make a look out of just these. I don't think I ever have. And then this one is the Disco Eye in Universal, which is one of those sparkly beige shades. And these Rowan shadows are really, really interesting because they're kind of like a chunky pigment in the way that like the Victoria Beckham ones are, where it's like kind of pressed but also kind of loose. But then these are also a little bit like a cream at the same time. It's really weird and different, and it's the first time I've ever seen a formula like this, but you actually really need to press your finger in them. I can't see them working with a brush unless it's like a really dense brush, and even then I don't really see like the chunkier ones working with a brush, but you like really get your finger in there and warm them up, and then it's like really impactful. This is another ColourPop single I have. This is a loose pigment. I don't really have any other loose pigments besides this one, and I don't think they've ever released loose pigments that weren't part of the Kathleen Lights collaboration. I could be wrong though. This one's in the shade The Scales, which is a really pretty like pink with blue reflect. These are two Urban Decay singles. This one is the shade Tonic, which is just one of their normal pressed ones. That's like a duochrome purple blue. And this one is in like a limited packaging they did for birthdays, but it does come in a full size now in this packaging, and it's a Moon Dust shadow in the shade Starlight, and I really love this Moon Dust formula. I wish Urban Decay would do more of it. Before we get into my magnetic palettes, I thought I could do the Korean Road Shop brand eyeshadows because some of these are really good and comparable to high-end American brand eyeshadows, even if they're a little bit more harder to get. But I have these Etude House ones. They were from a limited collection that I don't think they have anymore. These ones weren't like the best quality. I wouldn't suggest the mattes from Korean brands only because they tend to be really sheer, which is what's desired there, but it's not really for my makeup preferences or for most American makeup preferences. And this one is GB001, and this, oh, that's not what the name. This one's BL607 and this one's BE112. So I don't know if you can come across these anymore, but I'm pretty positive all of these are part of their normal range. These are all like those super shimmery kind of colors that are really pretty. This one is OR203, which is an orange with a gold reflect. This one is RD301, which is like a reddish pink reflect. This one is BE105, which is beige. And then this one is RD304, and this one's a Look at My Eyes, and these ones are all Look at My Eyes jewels. So these are my Peri Para ink fitting eyeshadows. They recently came out with palettes, but I don't know if it's the same formula. This one is number 13. It's like a iridescent pink, and it broke, but they're kind of like these ones specifically are like a weird texture, and you can like squish them back together a little bit. This one's in the shade 30, which is one of those like burgundy colors. And then this one is 29, which is kind of like a shimmery rose color. And the mattes are actually really good in this Peri Para formula. These are some of the best Korean single eyeshadows. I really think that these are so good, and these really compare to high-end American eyeshadows. These are the Clio Prism Air Shadow Sparkling. The only issue is that the names are on the back and you like can't tell on the outside which one's which. So I wanted to go in order. This is 18 Beige Glow. A sparkly beige. This one is 19 Baby Pink. 20 Red Bud. And 22 Shiny Brown. Magnetic palettes. I really like magnetic palettes because you can pick and choose your colors, and sometimes palettes just don't really have exactly everything you want if you're like, I just need a go-to look right now, or fun colors that exist. Like you'll see a palette and you'll be like, that color is so much fun, but I really don't want to buy the whole palette. Singles. This both of these are ColourPop magnetic palettes, but I don't have only ColourPop shadows in them. I'm gonna go through every shade. This first one is Hear Me Out. That's my go-to under eye brightening powder. This matte is Koi. Oh god. This is Centerfold. next one is Wait For It. And then Bratty. Zero, zero, zero. This one is Fortune Cookie. This is one of ColourPop's most famous singles, Glass Bowl. It's one of those cool like brown blurple things. This is Tea Garden, which is one of my favorite like green reflex. And these are two Natasha Denona singles. I don't know the names to these because they weren't on them, but I know that this one is from the Bronze palette and this one is from, oh my god, what palette is that from? It's from the Camel palette. This is my larger magnetic palette from ColourPop, and I do have a blush in here. I have two blushes in here. I have Benefit Dandelion and then also whatever that ColourPop one is. But I have some more like brights from ColourPop. Two to Mango. This is a great like lilac shade. Seeing Stars. Formation. And Sandbar. This is like a hot pink. This is like the hottest hot pink. And then these two sparkly things here are JD Glow shadows in Unexpected and Waterfall. JD Glow is an indie brand, and I really want to get more into trying indie brand single eyeshadows like Sydney Grace and Cleonid. But these ones are really cool, and they're kind of like a poured eyeshadow, so they have like a creamy texture to them, but I do like those a lot. So yes, those were all of my single eyeshadows. I really love single eyeshadows because you can just kind of like put them on anything, do a little topper moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe when you want to be notified when I make new videos. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.